Hello friends, welcome to CA Passion channel. In this video, we are going to learn part 1 of Ind AS 10, Events after the reporting period. Topics to be covered: Introduction, Objective, Scope, Events after the reporting period, what is meant by approval of financial statements, types of events, recognition and measurement of adjusting events, accounting treatment and disclosure of non-adjusting events, special cases, disclosure, significant differences between Ind AS 10 and Accounting Standard 4, carve out in Ind AS 10 from International Accounting Standard 10. Firstly, we are going to discuss introduction. There would always be a gap between the end of the period for which the financial statements are presented and the date on which the same will actually be made available to the public. Example: Financial statements for the year ending 31st March 2019 were made available to public on 31st July 2019, usually by conducting AGM. During this gap, there is a possibility of occurring few events which may affect the financial statements and decision making of the stakeholders. If the company is aware of the facts and is still not disclosing the same, it may mislead the users. Therefore, Ind AS 10 deals with such events and provides guidance about its treatment in the financial statements. That is, whether it is adjusted or non-adjusting event. Objective. In this respective standard, objectives are classified into three. First one, guidelines for taking a decision regarding whether it is adjusting or non-adjusting event. Second one, guidelines regarding the disclosures, which are the date when the financial statements were approved for issue, usually by the board of directors, and about events after the reporting period. Third one, guidelines when the going concern assumption is no longer appropriate. An entity should not prepare its financial statements on a going concern basis if events after the reporting period indicate that the going concern assumption is no longer appropriate. This concept will be discussed in upcoming slides. Scope of the standard. First one, accounting for events after the reporting period and disclosure of events after the reporting period. That is, this standard covers accounting and disclosure requirements of events after the reporting period. Now, let us discuss about events after the reporting period. Events after the reporting period are those events, favorable and unfavorable, that occur between the end of the reporting period and the date when the financial statements are approved. Here, both favorable and unfavorable events should be considered. Let us discuss this sentence with an example. The financial year of an entity ends on 31st March of 2002. If the Board of Directors approves the financial statements on 15th May 2002, then after the reporting period will be the period between 31st March 2002 and 15th May 2002, and the events occurring during this period should be considered as events after the reporting period. By this example, we can conclude that events occurring from the end of the reporting period to the date of approval of financial statements should only be considered. Now, let us discuss about what is meant by approval of financial statements. The date of approval of financial statements plays a crucial role in determining events after the reporting period. First one, in case of companies, Board of Directors, that is, the financial statements will be treated as approved when Board of Directors approves the same. In case of any other entity, treated as approved when the corresponding approving authority approves the same. Here, corresponding approving authority is a body which is authorized to manage the entity on behalf of all members. In case financial statements needs the approval of shareholders, even in that situation, date of approval will be date of approval by the board of directors only. Next one. In case the management of an entity is required to issue its financial statements to a supervisory body for approval, then date of approval will be when the management approves them for issue to the supervisory body. Here, supervisory board means a group of people chosen by the shareholders to supervise the executive directors and CEO. So, supervisory board consists of non-executives. Next one. When date of approval is after the public announcement of some other financial information, then also financial statements include all events up to the date when the financial statements are approved for issue, even if those events occur after the public announcement of profit or of other selected financial information. Let us understand this sentence with an example. Publishing the results for quarter ended 30th June 2007 as interim results, and Board of Directors approves the financial statements on 30th August 2007. Then, after the reporting period will be the period between 31st March 2007 and 30th August 2007. Types of events. Events after the reporting period are mainly classified into two. One is adjusting event and another one non-adjusting event. First, adjusting events are those events that provides evidence of conditions that existed at the end of the reporting period. That is, it provides evidence of conditions on or before the end of reporting period. Second one, non-adjusting event are those events that are indicative of conditions that arose after the reporting period. That is, conditions of those events itself arose after the reporting period. So, there is an indication of condition only after the reporting period. Therefore, they are non-adjusting events. Recognition and measurement of adjusting events. An entity shall adjust the amounts recognized in its financial statements to reflect adjusting events after the reporting period. That is, adjusting events will affect the amounts recognized in its financial statements. Let us understand the adjusting events with few examples. First one, the settlement after the reporting period of a court case that confirms that the entity had a present obligation at the end of the reporting period. The entity adjusts any previously recognized provision relating to this court case in accordance with the Ind AS 37 provisions, contingent liabilities, and contingent assets, or recognizes a new provision. That is, winning or losing of court case will accurately determine the liability of the entity. By that, the entity will adjust the provision which was previously recognized or creates a new provision. Second one, the receipt of information after the reporting period indicating that an asset was impaired at the end of the reporting period or that the amount of a previously recognized impairment loss for that asset needs to be adjusted. Here, impairment means reduce in value of asset. Let us understand this sentence with two examples. First one, the bankruptcy of a customer that occurs after the reporting period usually confirms that the customer was credit impaired at the end of the reporting period. That is, now the entity writes off entire customer account as bad debt. Second one, the sale of inventories after the reporting period may give evidence about their net realizable value at the end of the reporting period. As per Ind AS 2, inventories are valued at lower of cost or NRV, net realizable value, whichever is lower. For that, NRV after the reporting period can be considered. Third one, the determination after the reporting period of the cost of assets purchased or the proceeds from assets sold before the end of reporting period. For example, the sale of an asset took place in March 2002. However, the actual consideration was determined and collected after 31st March 2002, that is on 10th May 2002. In such a situation, sale value recognized in the books as on 31st March 2002 should be adjusted. The same principle can be applied for sale of assets as well. Next one, the determination after the reporting period of the amount of profit sharing or bonus payments if the entity had a present legal or constructive obligation at the end of the reporting period to make such payments as a result of events before the date. The careful reading of the above provision brings following 2 points. There must be a legal or constructive obligation at the end of reporting period, and the obligation is based on profit sharing or bonus payments. As we know that unless one determines the final amount of profit, one cannot finalize the amount of profit sharing. Therefore, such events must be considered for the adjustments. If only legal or constructive obligations exist at the end of reporting period. Lastly, the discovery of fraud or errors that show that the financial statements are incorrect. That is, the entity is not supposed to present any misstatement to the stakeholders, especially when it has knowledge about the errors and frauds. Therefore, it is an adjusting event when we know of frauds or errors after the reporting period but before the date of approval of financial statements. As we discussed accounting treatment of adjusting events, now we are going to discuss accounting treatment of non-adjusting events after the reporting period. An entity shall not adjust the amounts recognized in its financial statements to reflect non-adjusting events after the reporting period. Let us understand this sentence with few examples. First one, decline in fair value of investments between the end of reporting period and the date when the financial statements are approved for issue. Here, decline in fair value does not normally relate to the condition of investments at the end of the reporting period, but reflects circumstances that have arisen subsequently. That is, indication of conditions arisen after the reporting period. Next one, commencing major litigation arising solely out of events that occurred after reporting period. Major business combination after the reporting period. Example, acquisition of company after reporting date. Disposing of assets, subsidiary, associate or joint venture. Next, purchase of major assets. Abnormal change in exchange rate or asset price after the reporting period. Strikes and other labor disputes, etc. If you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe. For more notifications, hit the bell icon. Thank you.